Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. How's it going, everybody? Fine, Godot. Where did I install Godot? I actually forgot already. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. I think we're on 4.2? We're on 4.2?
I'm trying to make an animal that can take down Gaji Center's Indom 2.0.
What is it? What is Goji Center's in Kingdom? Indom? I don't know what that means, unknown, but best of luck to you. What is that? What is that? Okay, there we go. There's Godot. Alright, I'm gonna start the timer. I don't have a lot of time today. So we're gonna do I got a hard cap of 2 hours from now. So we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. I think we're just using display capture for this, right? Yeah, there we go. Was Interested World before? Yes. I saw the first one of those, the Chris Pratt ones. But not any of the sequels. Oh, the Indominus Rex. Okay, yes. Now that you say that, kind of. Not super well, but yeah. That was the big dino, right? I like had him in an enclosure and then things happened. Where am I supposed to be? Here? Someone made a more dangerous version of it. Oh. Even I'm living and learning. Indeed. Okay, so I wanted to try to figure out how to use this bullet hell engine that we found last time. First step is we gotta figure out how to actually get it into the project. Which I think I might just be able to drag in the files, but I honestly don't remember. It's been too long. So maybe I need to look that up real quick. Unless it has like a readme for it. It does, kind of. What is this? For the installation and the documentation of all my plugins. Let's just look at this maybe. .404. This page doesn't exist. Oh. Why? We do more research. Alright, you report back and tell us if you figure out how to beat the more dangerous version of the big old T-Rex. Okay, what if I just look for how to install Godot plugins? This sounds right. It's preferred to use the asset library. Download it as a zip archive. I have the zip. Move the add-ons folder it contains into your project folder. If it already contains add-ons, move the plugins into your to merge. Okay, yeah, so I just gotta move them in, I guess. Okay, what if I just do... Can I just... Nope, not like that. Can I open File Explorer? Yes, I can. Okay. Actively copying. Alright. Importing. Oh no. Why do we have a bunch of parsing errors? Let's restart this just in case that makes a difference. Hold on. Oh yeah, you said all the that new mod of like the combination of mods coming out for Undertale, Ducky? That looks super cool. There's definitely ones that we haven't used, so I'd be very interested. Very, very interested. Okay, it looks like I didn't get any errors on load at least, so that is good. Okay, I'm pretty sure this had a tutorial somewhere, so let me find that. Free demos available to test. How to install and use the plugin. Let's go there. Is this link? This looks right. Deep seemed very interesting, different from all the new story mods for the game. Yeah. There were a whole bunch of like all the stuff it was showing was pretty interesting, like the bringing in the Delta Rune combat system, the hard mode, whatever that was at the end, the other mods that it brought in. That like honestly just the widescreen might want to be one of the nicest. Cause like I love Undertale, and similar to like One Shot, both games very cool. But I hate that it locks the window to like this tiny, tiny little box if you don't play full screen mode. And especially for One Shot, that was a bit of a pain. Because it's like, I can barely see anything going on. But it works better in windowed. If I could have just made it like, I don't know, 800 by 600 or something, 1200 by 1600, something like that, it would have been so much better. Yeah, just being able to like resize the bots would have been good. Oh yeah, where did we start here? Hello. Hello? Hello and welcome. I'm Dark Piece. Hello, Dark Piece. I just wanted to see the plugin. Okay. Here. I think we saw this video last time, right? That was just showing the overview. I'm looking for like a tutorial. Get the plugin. Get the plugin. Oh, is his own game? Hold up. I actually want to look at this. Jordan. It's a story-driven RPG bullet hell, but it isn't a shooter. The only weapon is a blade, so you'll have to make your way through bullets to reach your enemies. Oh. That's interesting. That's kind of similar to my original idea. Okay, I want to see. What? Oh. He showed some of this, I think, in the other video. Oh my gosh. It's so loud. I don't think you can hear this, but... I see. Violence is overrated. The power of empathy? Huh. Kind of interesting. Also, I'm not in love with the main character sprite, but I think the game itself looks interesting. Right, anyway, what is this? You fight with your swords. Use the power of empathy to influence the foe's mind to help them, or psychically destroy them. Oh my word. Very cool. Alright, where's the actual like tutorial? Demo trailer, gameplay. I thought this was this is not a tutorial. Oh no, I'm on the wrong page still. That's still the game. Here we go. Update, I don't know what to do anymore. Oh. Well, is the T-Rex a problem or is he chill? If he's chill, we don't have to defeat him, right? Swords. Use your swords. Yeah, that is a fun. I did like that he did that. The only thing better would be if you like crossed out the S. You know, the like crossed out text straight through. Okay. Compiling. I thought this was going to show us what to do with it. They're here. Oh? More add-ons? To sign in? Maybe I'll look at that later. Unless I can go directly. Oh. Huh. What, this is old. But there is a version of it for Godot 4, so maybe it'd be useful? Is this Super Spectre? Oh, this sounds nice. Okay, I might have to get these at some point. This dude is way too strong, the dino. Oh. I see. I'm sure it'll be fine. Doesn't just go to the documentation. I thought he'd have it. It just has a demo though. Is there anything in here about it? Download zip, put in add-ons. I think that's all correct. Yeah. Do not open an example scene before completing all the installation steps or it won't work. Go to project settings, plugins, and enable bullet uphill. Oh, that's right. You have to like... what was it? Settings, project settings, plugins. Project settings, plugins, enable. Oh no. Is it? Don't reload, restrict to go. In project settings, auto loads. Make sure the spawning scene is enabled. If not, select the spawning scene and add to the auto mode. Okay. Spawning is there. Should I move it up? Just in case, maybe? And then restart the editor again. Save, I guess. Surely it works now, right? Okay. And then I can open up an example scene. Yes? Maybe? What's the documentation here? I gotta sign into this too? Bah! Alright, I might be forced to sign in. Or we'll just see. Sample scenes. Let's just, thanks for downloading. Documentation is here. The premium version of that plugin. Yeah. Sample 1 pattern. Patterns control the spawning positions of the bullets. Different types of patterns, circles, lines, or more complex custom ones. Everything's fully explained in the documentation. Modify the properties of those patterns to create any pattern ever. Can I just like run this scene somehow? Do we need to set this as like the main? I think you have to set it as the main scene or something. I see stars. Me too. I remember how to do this in Unity, but it's been too long. I forget. Oh. If I just change this temporarily, I think I can have it run. Assuming that these even, I'm assuming these example scenes run. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Interesting. Okay, so this is circles, lines, and more complex custom one. So I'm assuming this is like a line and these are circles. Or maybe this is a circle. Okay, very cool. You can see how modifying simple properties can give very different results. Which properties? Let's go back to this one for a second. Okay, so what's this looking like? We got, this is just a parent node spawn pattern. Okay, so this is a curve. Oh, I see right here. Pattern 1. Okay. So we can make new pattern circle, new pattern custom area, point shape, line 1. Interesting. Pattern circle. Huh. These things are the spawn points. Well, hey, Happy or Shark. One of you, both of you. This is very interesting. One bullet, number 1 iterations. This must mean it's infinite. We just lost a dog. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's always tough. I just had another friend that had a friend recently that lost his cat too. I put him down. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's never fun to go through. Confused. Just this is like highlighting over multiple things here. Spawn pattern 4. This one has like nodes that come up. Why? Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Oh, wait a second. Wait, that's cool. So just take these and Whew. Okay, hold on. Let me pass this up. So these are different ones. No? What? I'm a little confused. What am I doing here? Pattern 1, pattern circle, pattern line, pattern custom shape goes down here. Pattern custom area. Forward pattern. Maybe I should look for a video, because I'm confused on what this all is saying exactly. Like, I kind of get it, but I kind of don't at the same time, you know? Do we have a video? A video of like installing, right? Just an example, but not like a tutorial. Hold on, let me see if I can just. What's this called? Bullet up. Bullet. Tutorial video. Oh, it is both you today. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's not easy. Definitely takes some time to grieve. It's okay to grieve. In fact, I would say it's necessary. I'm not finding a video. Alright, well, I'll just keep clicking through these. We'll figure it out eventually. It's okay. Okay, so we'll figure out exactly the inner workings of all this later. Let's start at number 2. Do that. See how modifying simple properties can give different results. This might help because this is like only a few things, right? So I'm assuming each one of these has slightly different properties and it's going to shoot differently. Whoa. Okay, this is interesting. So what are we looking at here? We got pattern 1, pattern circle, pattern line. Sorry, what? Bullet. Okay, so this is properties for all the bullets right now, I guess. Is it does 1 damage at 100 speed. And these are the different spawn points. Okay. 1 circle. I see. So these things, these are not like where it will be. These are just determining the pattern. And then these determine where the patterns actually spawn. And these are walls. PS. Yes? Is this showing frames somewhere? Where are you? Where is this label? Nani? It's weird. Okay, so this is... This is the one that goes like, it just goes back and forth, right? Right? Kiddo, can you play? Thank you. So it goes back and then yeet. How's it doing that? Oh, this is cool. Auto start and triggering, advanced triggering with your container. So I'm imagining with this advanced triggering, you could like set up a bot. So like, I don't know, say you have a bullet that like comes down here. You have a bots here, it hits the bots, and then you like spawn 3 more or something. You know, that type of stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Wait, how's it going? How's it telling it to like go back before it does this? Joe just being here cheered me up a bit. Happy you ran off to the living room to the dawn. Alright, we'll see you later. Hope you guys can feel better soon. Take care. Okay, so there's 1 bullet, which makes sense. It's infinite. 0 angle made sense. It's not angling at all. Oh, you can look at mouse. Oh, that's nice. Pattern, look at. Spawn every 5 seconds. Oh, tween momentum. Transport. Tween time. Something to do with this? The tween, maybe? I mean, this definitely impacts it. Like I can see this. It's doing a type of lerping here. The court. Why is it going backwards? Got no curve. Huh. This is going backwards, right? That's the main thing that's confusing me. Of why is it going back and then forward? I don't. Is it this? The start at distance? Hold on. If I change this to 0, what happens? Not much. I think it is it moving back less though, maybe? There we go. I'm so confused. Why is it not? Why is it doing that? Huh. Alright, well. I guess we'll just keep moving. These are different points. One, two, three, four, five. Well, this is
He'll
more than
explain
5
a little
points.
bit more about what I said at the beginning of stream. Someone took the Indominus-Rex, the big white one, from Jurassic World and made it more stronger and more dangerous.
Oh. That seems not smart nor safe. Why would they do this? Am I not looking at the right thing? Yeah, I guess we just keep going through. I am confused. I thought it was explaining more, and then I just got more confused. So, what does this say? There are several properties used to create any type of cooldown. Check the properties under the cooldown category of each of the patterns of the scene to see how each change influenced the result. All of them are detailed in the documentation. Okay, I might have to sign into an account just so I can actually see the documentation. Cooldowns, though, huh? Part is the cooldown? The spawn point? Of each of the patterns. Cooldowns. We got stasis, spawn, shoot, net spawn, net shoot. This is 3 spawn, 2 shoot. Assume this is 1, 2. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. So this is sit spawn, 1 net spawn. This is sit spawn, 1 net shoot. Let's just see what those 3. What do you look like? Log into the documentation too. Oh, that's why. I was like, that looks like the last scene. That's because it is, in fact, the last scene. You want 3. Oh wait, is there another button up here to just play the current scene you're looking at maybe? I'll look at that in a second. Oh. What? Huh. This is not what I was expecting this to look like. That's... Oh, wait. Hold on. These are numbered differently. Spawn 1, spawn 2, spawn... No? No, these. Huh. I do have different properties, though. Alright, fine. I'll sign in. I'll sign in! Wait, now the documentation is just loading? What? Okay, now it's just loading. Alright, sure. I mean, it works for me. So now we can actually look at these tutorials. Let's do this first, though. There's 7 nodes, so I'm holding data. Spawn point, a bullet spawner, spawns bullets at position. You don't need a spawn point if you wish to spawn bullets by code. Oh, that's interesting. Spawn pattern determines what we generally call the pattern of a group of bullets. Basically, the bullet spawn position and initial direction. Okay. Bullet pattern makes the bullet explode. Determines how the bullet will act once spawn. Basically, type / movement. Trigger container used to trigger bullet spawning from spawn points, bullets, or anything else. Made of condition and event. If the condition is met, the event is triggered. Yep, that's good. Instance lister. If you want to spawn scenes instead of default bullets, put the scene as a child of this node, change the properties you want, and instance lister will make it possible to spawn instances of it with the correct properties. Oh. Okay. Bullet node, a node that adds like a default bullet bound to a bullet pattern. In case you need a bullet that requires a very specific thing that needs to be in the scene, or you need a bullet with multiple collision shapes. Laser beam. Ooh. Laser beam scene / node with advanced customization options. Spawning the global singleton scene processes everything, hold global data. You can put this nodes and edit their properties directly into your scene tree in the editor. They're destroyed upon loading the game, and their data is saved into the global singleton, so don't be afraid to put a lot of them. However, having two nodes carry the same data is unnecessary, as nodes reference other nodes from anywhere in the seed using ID. Okay. Spawn point tells us spawn pattern, corresponding ID, which spawns bullets, given them the properties of the bullet pattern with the corresponding ID. Which can have the ID, if desired, of a triggered container that's going to spawn more bullets from the bullets. Jeez, the plugins are meant to think about where to put the nodes in your scene tree structure, or it can get messy. In the first paragraph of the page about bullets, you might not all the technical details need, but you'll have a better grasp of what's about. Okay, sure. He writes boulder stand bullet. He's talking about these. Different from a bullet node. They're not nodes for optimization reasons. This might make the whole thing a bit obscure. The physics 2D server to collision shapes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they're not actually nodes. Which in Godot, most things are like nodes in the scene. That type of node, but these are not. Okay. So he optimized them with shapes. Called in a pool bullets dictionary. That's good. Props. Speed, position, velocity. Full collision ship is disabled. Shared area. Bounces. Ooh, it can bounce off of walls. That's cool. But the bullet's position is tied to its spawner. Adds like a child node to its parent node. Oh. You can have momentum. Homing offset. Imprecision of the targeting vector equals full precision. Initial speed boost when spawning. Gravity. Acceleration vector when the ball is fit. Dude, this is super cool. All these things are really nice, actually, because I mean, even like we were talking about last time when we were like the soft homing missiles that like the player could use. Like this is built in. You don't even have to really create it. It looks like there's already a value for it. Of you just decide how imprecise it is. That's pretty cool.
I just farted.
Thanks for sharing, I guess. Yeah, there's probably other things in here too. Like I see there's curves and whatnot. But yeah, just having like homing stuff and whatnot built in. Even the gravity, like the gravity, that's using some of the sands and like papyrus attacks, right? You have to get through it all and whatnot. But yeah, interesting. I think this is very cool. So let's see. Was this the first tutorial? Oh, video tutorial. Hold on, this might actually be helpful. Maybe we watch a couple minutes of this, and that might help us. desktop.
It's used to installation and the basics on
Yeah.
how to use the plugin. We're going to spawn point is used to do it with a node, which is a spawn point, or with code, but we'll show you that later. Now if we try
Yeah.
to run the scene, we have an error. It says that the spawner has no pattern ID, so we can look it up in its properties and string you want.
Just show us
And
how
it's
to.
used to reference resources. We can
Yeah,
try
they
to
got
put
IDs, that's
anything
cool.
here. Since
Wait.
we are very original, we're going to write test list.
Ooh,
because
test
we
ID,
need a
super
spawn
cool.
pattern. A spawn pattern describes how the bullets are pattern. We have to define
Yeah, we
its
get
ID.
a pattern. Yeah, we read
This
about that.
system, well, imagine this spawn pattern is
Wait,
very
hold on.
important.
What's this graph? I want one. It's not a graph. It's a diagram. Want pattern 1. I want bolt props 1. I want pattern 2, even though it's in a different scene. I also want bolt props 1.
For your game and you want
Okay.
to call it everywhere, well, with the idea of calling it, do not have to be in the same scene. They can be anywhere.
That's nice.
Spawn patterns with
So can you make? I guess you can make like just a
automatically
scene
call
of a
this
bunch
spawn
of
pattern.
different.
Let's note
properties
that
and stuff?
the ID must be unique, so you cannot have
referenced in
two
other
spawn
places?
patterns with the same ID. It will not throw an error, but one will override the other. Now if we test,
Okay, I'm not making fun of him, but can I just say I love the way he just said error.
error, but one
Error.
will override patterns with the same ID. It will not throw an error, but
Error.
one will override the other.
I hate the error.
Now if we test, we see that we
Verwa wa
still
wibo
have
ho
the
yo
same
hu
error.
o hio hu
This
ha.
is normal
Oh no.
because the pattern in itself
Wow, 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 woo. Sounds like a quacktastic battle cry, Super Ducky. Back in 09, we all had to yell louder than the explosions, too. Remember, a soldier's joy is like breadcrumbs in the wind. It floats, but you gotta chase it. What's the next mission, brave comrade?
I don't know, Gunther. He's always asking us questions. We're always asking him questions
is
too, though.
empty. So we need to create a circle, which is spawn point to the center, so we can see it well. And we can change some properties, like the radius of the circle. We can call a bullet
Is he
props,
French? Sounds
which
kinda
is
French,
bullet
right?
properties. You can see that the spawn point asks for this. It needs an ID. We want to continue being very original, so we are also calling it test. Now, you notice that the ID of the spawn pattern and the ID of the bullet pattern spawn
Yeah,
the same ID.
I get it. I get it. We got all
We have
those.
us changing some bullet. Now, if we run it,
So default just
it
runs left to
works.
right.
we have a single bullet, nothing very impressive. For example, we
Very
want 10
cool.
bullets, let's say with a radius of 50. We don't want a full circle, we're going to make the bullet spawn 3 times, and why not change some cooldowns? For example, 3 seconds, half a second before no code.
Oh,
And
I
we
was
want
explaining
the
this?
3 seconds between each change some cooldowns. For example, 3 seconds between each iteration, and we want the bullets to stay half a second before they are shot. Let's test it. You can in no time, with no code, create bullet patterns by just changing a few properties. And with all of these properties, you can create any bullet pattern you want. You can see there's a lot of properties.
Okay, right. So that's
Properties you
interesting.
can
So the shoot cooldown is it like appears and then it's a half second and then it moves apparently. So spawn is actually it spawning.
create any
Cooldown.
bullet pattern you want. You can see there's a
What are the
lot
other
of
two then?
properties. A lot. We are not going to explain everything in this tutorial.
Oh, come
but
on.
I will make more
Why
tutorials
not?
later. So please, if you like it, if you want to see that, like and subscribe. So it shows me you want more tutorial and you don't miss them when they come. Every object is explained in the little blue icon here. It means that some properties are specifically for the blast version, the paid version.
Oh, that's
You can
what it
see
means.
there's quite a lot of content that is only in the paid version, but you can still do a lot of things with the demo. So you can try the demo to speed. We want to make them bigger, and properties. We want more speed. We want to make them bigger, and here we go. So you will probably need to change the texture of the bullets. For that you go in bullet properties and in the animation tab. But first
Hello,
you need
also.
to open the spawning scene. This is a
Spawning
global scene, which means that it's always loaded.
Wait, why
And
do we have to go
basically
in
the
here?
entire plugin is managed here in the bullet
Ah, the
manager.
classic call of the
Here we
brave,
see
Cobb.
that there's a resource list
Classic
which
call of
use
the brave.
anim state resources. Anim state describes the texture, the collision, and the sound SFX of the bullet. All of those are the default, which means that every bullet in the game by default is going to use that. To add a new animation, we go in the shape manager.
So he's just
and
saying
you
to go
see
in here
that
if you want to change
default
the default.
animation, which has the ID 0. Here you can see that 0 is the ID being referenced. And we can try to reference another one,
Okay,
with,
so these
with
must be-
multiple frames. And now if we run the scene, we see that all the bullets change their sprite according to the animation.
Okay. Interesting.
We're really trying to find an original name here, so test again. And we're just going to add even more originality by choosing the icon.png matter. But we go into the animation tab of the bullet properties. The idle animation, more animation, very beautiful animation.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's hideous.
Same system
Oh
for
no,
the
what has he
collision
done?
And the sound as effect of
Alright, that's
children,
cool. So
which
he's
is
just going through the animations and
shape
stuff. I don't care
to
that much about the
here
animations
is
right now.
another sound. The the scale.
Or the sound. We'll worry about that
Everything
later.
is
I'm
in the
more of just interested in the
documentation.
patterns
Let's
at the
move
moment.
Advantage
How to actually-
with the
Oh,
scene
hold on, what is
command,
this?
documentation. This. So once again, we have a lot of properties.
Okay, those were animations.
Everything is in the documentation. Or for example, we can make the bullets move with a certain mathematical equation. For example, the sinus. That's very common, and you can see up the bullets are moving with a sinus shape. On a side note, an advantage with everything being resources is that if you want to have two bullets with very similar properties, instead of having to
Okay, so
rewrite all the
is
properties,
the
you can
movement
copy and paste
just in
the
there?
resource. But then don't forget to make it unique, or else changes you make will be in both resources. The spawn point also has multiple properties. A rather important one is the pull. It's not too important if you have a small game, but if you have a game based arts going to shoot, and they might say, Dark Peace, that's documentation to read, but let me choose by variables. Something like the bias doesn't get be some
Okay,
in the
so
main-
was it just in the bullet? We missed this before. There's... What? I thought there was a movement thing in here. Nani? Oh, advanced movement. Bunch of random stuff in here. That's kind of cool. Now I'm really confused. Let's go back to 1. So, let me just play this again. Nope, wait, that's not how to do it. Oh, there's the run current scene. Okay. Let's put this back to, scenes, levels, intro? Yeah, okay. This, run current scene, there we go. I thought there was. I just had forgotten about the button. So it's F6, I think was the keybind. Is this in a random direction?
I need an inspirational quote to take down a fierce beast.
Ah, a fierce beast. Remember, even the smallest wings can lift the heaviest hearts. When facing danger, courage is your best armor. Just like when I faced that storm in 09, it's all about belief in your own strength. Now spread those wings and soar into battle. Wee-hee-hawa.
Wahiwa. I'm gonna put this down to 1 second. Where's the... Are these all using bullet 1? Auto pattern ID is 1. Thanks, Gunther. You can always count on Gunther, dude. Am I trolling? Like... This is definitely... I mean, this is definitely... changing, right? This is like shooting in a random direction, so where's that coming from? Because it looks like this is being... circle, line, point, shape, area. 1 circle, line, points, shape, area. This is... Yeah, where's... Maybe I need to go back to the documentation. Where are these all connected? At a spawn point bullet pattern. You don't need a spawn point. You just spawn point. The spawn pattern and bullet pattern and ID. Spawn pattern and bullet pattern. Spawn pattern. Bullet pattern. Oh, ID is 1. I see. Is this his text 1? Well, that's more confusing. Why is... Reference the bullet pattern you're going to use with a spawn pattern using its ID. Use the source copies to change the pattern. Alright, you know what? Let's just make a new scene. Test. Look, I too can be original. So we're going to add spawn point, spawn pattern, spawn point, spawn point. Spawn pattern, bullet pattern. These don't need to be nested. Okay, spawn pattern. So if we just do like a new pattern, bullet test number 1. Yeah, sure, whatever. Does this also need to be test? What did you do back to the video? Did the video show that? Okay, actually, I should go to. Spawn point, spawn pattern, bullet pattern. Pattern ID of the spawn pattern resource linked to this spawn point. Okay, so yeah, this is where you put in the spawn pattern resource. What about the bullet? ID of the spawn ID of the bullet pattern. ID can be whatever string you want, and ID cannot reference multiple nodes of the same type in the same scene. Bullet pattern cannot have the same ID. Two bullet patterns cannot have the same ID. A bullet pattern and a trigger container can have the same ID. Two bullet pattern can have the same ID if they're in different scenes and never interact with each other. If a node tries to get another node with its ID, just an error. Okay. Where's the bullet pattern ID used? Randomness. What? Very confused on the bullet pattern idea of how that one's linked, because here that's good. You want this to. This is referencing the spawn pattern, right? But you know what? What if we just Does it work if we do this? Here, come over here. Oh, I hit the wrong button again, didn't I? Yeah, a little bit. I want to play the whole game. What just happened? Okay, it did error. Did not like that. What if we add the bullet pattern back? Nope, still complaining. Okay, so what if I make this test? Does that work? I'm sure I'm missing something important here. Wait, what happened to the... Oops. Wait a second. Oh. Oh, that's where I'm confused. Okay, this is the pattern ID. This is the bullet. So if I said like 1, and make this 1, that should work, right? Got confused because there are like 2 ID properties that were nearby, but one was the nested for the bullet, and it still aired. What? Invalid get index spawn position on base thread. Okay, I'm not sure what's wrong here, but I might be able to go back to the example scenes now. Understand them. I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Why did you leave me? You abandoned me. Bro, I had to go.
Desktop audio, you desktop audio's on, turn it off.
No, it's not. It's off, I swear. Okay, you know what we need to do at some point? We need to make just a generic Thank you, Gunther. Thank you, Johnny. We need to make a generic like wee-woo. That way it's not just desktop audio. Although we seem to be using the desktop audio when it's not desktop audio and nothing else wrong is going on. I think Ducky used it once when there actually was something that needed to be addressed. Like when one shot wasn't displaying for some reason after it crashed. We need a wee-woo for that. Just like a generic wee-woo. Okay, so if we're looking at this again, so this has ID of 1. So if I look back at this now, this is using bullet ID 1. And these are all using the same bullet ID, yes? Yes. Okay. So this all these use the same bullet ID. So all of them have 1 damage, 100 speed, scale, angle. This should not be anything that makes them this shouldn't be the random part of it, of changing direction. So that's good to know, because this is the one. This one's like going different directions, right? Is it rotating or something? It's definitely. It's either shooting in random directions or it's rotating. That's the real question here, huh? Unless, okay, what is... Maybe I just don't understand the pattern? Pattern 1. You know what? Let's look at pattern 1, because maybe... Is it just like shooting it in these different directions of the star or something? That's 1 point right now. I want pattern 1. Basic pattern spawns a single bullet. That's it. Number of bullets to spawn. Durations. Forced angle. Is there a forced angle? No. It's one bullet, infinite iterations. Hey, what if I do like this? Oh, wait, okay. To gain momentum, when the bullet is ready to be shot, it will go in the opposite direction first, as if they're building momentum before being shot. This is purely visual and doesn't change anything about the shot. Sets on disable. Other values are the tween. Okay, so I was right. That tween value that we saw earlier on the first example, that like revving up and backing up, it was just this. It was the tween momentum, apparently. That must have been what it was. And then tween length, distance from the spawn position to which the bullet is going to go while building momentum. Time is going to take for the bullet to reach the total length. So that was under weight. We go back to example 0? No. Example 0? Example 1? Example 2? Which one was it? I don't remember anymore. This guy? Yeah, tween momentum, tween length, tween time. So it takes 2 seconds, goes 50 with this type of lerping. Did it again. I should start using the keybind. It's F6. Oh no, what happened to the timer? Uh-oh. Oh, is it because it's because it's the same keybind. Oops. Well, that will need a change. Is there any way to make live split go further? Timer at? Can I do that? How much longer do we got? We've been going for like an hour and 9. Zero, 40, 59, sure. I don't know. That works. Okay. And go. Good enough. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that's what's doing that. Now we know how that's working. That's good. We are learning. We are learning. Okay. This still I'm a little unsure about though. Hello, Mr. Reaper. Yeah, this is no weight. So shooting? Which bullets will be shot with that angle? No, if not equal to 0. So if it's 0, will it be like random or? What is this under? Target instead of a first angle. The specified node will be targeted. Like a mouse. It's very cool. Pattern look at Target selection to the pattern where it looks at the target. Unique angle is derived from it for all bullets. False, all the bullets will target the target upon shooting, and their trajectories will all meet at the target's position. So maybe it's in here, but do we have this? Geometry, cell size, agents. This doesn't seem like. Oh, right here. If it's not equal to 0, they'll be shot at that angle. Target is not assigned. Look at mouse is not assigned. Okay, so pattern look at. Pattern looks at the target, and a unique angle is derived from it for all the bullets. If false, all the bullets will target the target upon shooting. The trajectories will only. So. I'm assuming this is what's causing it. Is it looking at the star shape somehow? If false, false will target the target upon shooting. The trajectories will only at position. What happens if I just turn this off? F6. Let's use the keybind. In the habit of using that. Dude, I love this song so much. It rips. Okay, that did not change it. Okay. Then it has to be something with this path, right? Is the spawner... This doesn't mention anything about that though. If I reset this curve, I can do it again. Nope. It's the play button. It's right there. I want to hit it. So confused. Why is that still... What is making it do that? Is it the spawn point? It is this. Oh my gosh. Okay, it is the spawn point. Rotating speed. Hold on. Okay, we should look at the spawn point one. Spawn point. Rotation speed. The spawn point must spin on itself. It's just spinning. That's literally all it is. It's just spinning. The spawn point is spinning. Okay. I don't know why that took so long for me to find. It was here the entire time, but now we know. Alright, that's how that works. Okay, so now we have circle. What's this doing? Did I press the button? Nope. I used the F keys, but I used the wrong F key. Pressed F5, which I guess just is the normal play. Okay, so this is just pew. And then this one is a line. And then these ones I think just have delays or something. Though, oh, they're kind of crossing over each other though, huh? Oh, do more research unknown? Good luck. Interesting. Okay. So that's pretty simple. Radius. Although there is no radius. It's just spawning outward. It's spawning 5. 0 radius. Okay, so it just goes from that spot outward. That made sense. Okay, I'm starting to understand how this works. This is just a pattern of 5. Change this. Does this change its orientation? Yes or no? This is the offset. Oh, what? It's just a single dot now. What? Is it because I didn't press enter, maybe? Yeah, it's just in percenter. Okay, just if I have both, then it's diagonal. Was it only 3 though? Isn't it supposed to be 5? What's wrong? You're supposed to have 5? Missing something? Was it always 3? And if so, why? No, there's 5. But they just overlapped for some reason? That's so strange. If I go back to this, what happens? Okay, there must be something else that's making it strange. Let's look at it. Pattern line. Position offset between the bullets. Define a head bullet from which all bullets will spawn behind. To apply offset, this means to spawn bullets in V-shaped diagonal lines instead of vertical/horizontal lines. If the spawn/shot delay is greater than 0, bullets will not be spawned. Shot 1 by 1. But 2 by 2, starting from the center bullet, thus doing symmetrical effects. Okay. Maybe I should look at some of the other examples of the lines then. This one might be a little more complex. Custom points. Number, this is the one that like overlaps, right? Custom points. Requires you to draw a shape in the editor. The curve property we saved. Okay, so this one actually is using the star, right? Angles are the angles of the vectors from the center position to the points of the curve. Reversed angles will add 180 to all angles. Can be used to make the bolts go inward and the shape is outward. Is that what's happening? Reversed angles? And if so, where is that? Oh, here. No. Flow shape. I don't know why. I would expect these to shoot outward though. But it feels like they're shooting at the center. Oop, that's not that one. Number 4. Okay, what if I actually turn on this? What happens? Okay. Now it's shooting outward. Huh. the opposite of what I expected based on what I read, but okay. Calculate angles. Where's that? Hmm. Calculate angles is set to custom sphere things at a point. But this is numerical? What? Okay, this must be a slightly different version than this documentation was written for then, because this looks like it's like enumeration type of stuff. That's like maybe 0 is. From angles calculated from the tangent to the point on the curve. Those are the angles of the vectors from the center position to the points of the curve. I don't know. What if I okay, so it should be shooting inward right now. Reversed angle is off. Yeah. What happens if I put this to 1? Does that do anything? Boom, 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 boom. Not really? Whoa. I don't know what this means. Huh. Alright, well, we'll just leave this alone for now. That is a little confusing to me, though, because it seems like it's doing the opposite of what it's saying. Alright, what are these other examples? This was the cooldowns. What's this? Bullet properties determine how the bullet will act and look once it's spawned. There's a lot of different combinations possible. Let's look. Ooh. Okay, so we got this. We got ones that slow down, go back a little bit, and keep going. We got these guys that are like veering off. Boom. This guy that's just spinning. You like that, Gunther? I think Gunther likes it. Was one of them scaling? I didn't even notice that. Which one's scaling? First one? Okay, so we got scale, color, speed, spin, equation, animation, path. Scale, color, speed. This one's scale? I can see the color. Speed made sense. rotate. Then equation. This one's an equation, yeah. Animation. I don't understand the scale one. That's not. That just an accident? Was this supposed to be? Where is scale? Oh. We got two that are equation. I think the example scene is just set up wrong. This is equation. This is supposed to be scale. Yeah. Okay, let's try that now. I was like, it's not bigger. What do you mean? It's not growing or shrinking. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Dude, this is so neat. This is slick. Look at all the things we can do. Why do we have another one down here? Why are the equation and scale one light linked together? What is happening? Oh. I see. Okay, so this is just using the same thing still. Let me duplicate this or something. Pattern 1. Equation. Don't know if there's anything else I should be. 5 maybe, sure. Like this. Is that enough? Just so that it's not like constantly shooting stuff out. There we go. Okay, now we can actually see all the different things. We got an equation. This is still scaling. We got spinning. We got color. We got speed. And one of these down here is path and one is animation. Honestly, not sure which is which, but I think I understand enough. Ooh, homing. The homing system is very complete and customizable. You can aim at nodes, positions, and more. The steering property determines how fast the bullet will change its trajectory while homing. Using homing type, allowing to have several possible targets. You can choose when the bullet decides to choose the nearest target. Inside a list of multiple targets that will all need to be reached for the bullet to stop homing. Okay. I guess we'll just look at it. Hmm. That's pretty cool. So basically these are both aiming at this target, but this has a weaker steering. Is that true? 1, 2. I'm assuming this is using bullet 1 and bullet 2. Is that correct? 1. Oh, yeah. 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, yeah. So is it here? Homing? Steer is 100 as opposed to steer is 10. Yes, okay, so it's just a weaker steer. Oops, I want to see this. Target group. Corn Dog, hello. How's it going? Okay, so where? It must be it's still in here, I guess. Group. Nearest on homing? Nearest on spawn, nearest on shoot, nearest anywhere. Any when? Any when? Random. Doing good. Glad to hear that. Both you and the bot are A. You know, I had looked at that, but I didn't really register. I wonder, why am I A? When did this happen? Why did this happen? How do I change it? Hold on. This sends the link, right? Eventually? Maybe? Oh, maybe it ignores my account for that specific part of it. That's okay. Okay, so what's the difference between 3 and 4? Nearest on homing, nearest on shoot. Nearest on homing, nearest on shoot? So nearest on homing does this one, nearest on shoot does that one? Wait, but why? No, okay. The nearest on homing, I think, is going down immediately, right? Yeah. Or... No, wait. Which one's which? Nearest on homing goes past the first one. Nearest... Okay, so nearest on shoot It is what it sounds like. So the nearest on shoot goes straight for this. Nearest on homing ignores the first one, but it's like it could be homing and goes to this? Or is it affected by the other bullet? My blue Charizard with Ash on his back? Oh yeah? Yeah, looks like it. Something like that. Go back to the homing. Was that bolt props? Okay, homing. Select in group, only one node from the group will be targeted. This node can either be random or the nearest to the bullet once the bullet is spawned, shot, once its delay before starting homing reaches 0. Oh my gosh. Hello again, unknown. Are blue Charizards even possible? That is an excellent question. I don't know the answer. I feel like maybe yes, but once before its delay, before starting homing reaches 0, see start time property. Where's the start time property? Or can check for the nearest all the time. Well, what if it's nearest on... What about nearest on homing? What does nearest on homing mean? Time start? Oh. Time before the homing starts. Oh, okay. So this... 3 seconds? That seems too long. If this is supposed to be the nearest... These names versus how they're reacting is kind of confusing to me. So you have Star-Lord ship in the background. Yes! Yes, I do. It's going... I have my background scrolling through different, like, sci-fi or game backgrounds. Like, I think I got Portal in there, Horizon Zero Dawn... couple of Star Wars things, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I have Titanfall also. Yeah, I like it. Well, I mean, I kind of get it for the most part. I'm just a little confused on the specific of the nearest on shoot versus nearest on homing. Like, cause the nearest on shoot seems to be going instantly. Like, I would... That kind of made sense, but does that mean it's just ignoring the time start? Or... I guess I could... Maybe I should try messing with the time starts. If I put this to 5, what happens? Or 6, that's fine. So this is nearest on shoot. Does it still go instantly for it? Or does it... Wait. It... Oh, it's slower? Seems to be instantly going for it. Does that change anything? I don't think they really changed anything. Okay, what if we change it for number 3, which is nearest on homing? If we put this to 0, what happens?
You can say that your desktop background is out of this world.
True, I can. I never thought about that before. Good point. Okay, so I think the home on shoot just ignores the time start, whereas this one, it's explicitly after the time start it checks. Yeah, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, dude. The first one in particular. I remember the when the trailers started coming out for that movie. It was so funny because like, no, I mean some people, I'm sure, like if you're very deep into the Marvel comics and stuff, knew who Guardians of the Galaxy were, but like as far as the general public goes, no one had any idea who these people were. It's just like, the what? The who? Guardians of the Galaxy? What is this? But the trailer is kind of fire. Like it's got these old classic 80s soundtracks, and the whole vibe of it is just like, wait, this looks good? And then people saw it, it's like, this was really good. Just a smash hit out of nowhere. It's like my favorite thing that ever happened with the Marvel movies, is that they were able to take just, and they did this more than once, but this was like, I think especially with the Guardians of the Galaxy, it was like, you know, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, like, they weren't as popular as like the big DC characters, but people knew who they were. You know, Spider-Man is obviously like the biggest thing for Marvel traditionally, but yeah, just the fact that they were able to like take these much lesser known obscure characters as far as like the general public goes, and then turn into this massive success and a very quality movie. Like it's still my favorite Marvel movie, honestly, to this day. I thought, wasn't this 3 before? Okay, this is cool. I like how this works. I'm telling you, this plugin is super slick. Like it's taken me a bit to figure out how it all works, but I think it's super cool. Nice. Okay. All right, I understand that now. What about number 5? 5 was like multiple targets. What is this? You set a list of multiple targets that will all need to be reached for the bullet to stop homing. Oh, it has to hit every point. Ooh. I need to look at the bullet pattern. Guardian movies are some of my favorites too. Yeah, I think they just like they didn't sacrifice story. Like it's got a compelling story, and it's a story that works with the characters. Like, I mean, these are a bunch of jerks that like are not heroes by any means in the beginning of the movie, that then all end up like having to work together. And you know, like growing in that, and you see all the character development, and it fits the Marvel. So like, I was even talking about this the other day, of the Marvel movies kind of got a bad rap and started not being as enjoyable because they made their own cookie cutter, which is a big credit to their success, is that they made a cookie cutter formula for themselves that was super successful. But that formula involves a lot of quips in the dialogue, and that was inserted into like all these other characters that were super serious, or like trying to be serious and like still quippy. But the Guardians, that works perfectly because that's just who they are as characters. So I think it just all works so well together. What was I looking at? The homing. When list ends. Oh, I see. Up here. Oh, what were these guys? Type group. Node path. Group. And then this is list nodes. and stop. Loop reverse. Oh, you can make it go back? That's fun. Yeah, so this is just... Oh, I see. Okay, it's not taking like the children. It is actually a hard list here that then these are all put inside of. I want to see it reverse actually. Let's see what happens. I mean, it should just reverse, but I want to see it. Do 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 do. Yeah. And oh, okay. Right, okay, so I went back to the previous one right here. Why are they... Oh. Okay, I think I just got confused by going backwards next. Though, why did he go over? Okay, let's follow one. Nope, he did go down here. He went down here. 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 Are they all... What? Okay, this is not exactly how I expected it to work. What is happening? So now he's going... Okay, he went to the first one, and then the second one, and then the third one, and then back to the second one, and then the first one, and then back to the second one, and then back to the first one, and then back to the second one, and then died. Is it? What? Alright, I don't completely understand how the reverse functions actually. That's okay. We'll just keep going. What's the next one? It really started becoming crap when Disney decided to stop caring about being good for the sake of being good and just pumping out as much as possible and expecting to be the same. Yeah, I mean for sure, but that's part of it is like everything became formulaic. They took the like successful formula they had and they overdid it. Which some of that is definitely because of executive decisions and whatnot, but yeah. I cared about Marvel up until basically the end of all the original stuff with Endgame. Like I thought Infinity War was fantastic, Endgame was good, and it wrapped everything up nicely. And I still care about like the Spider-Man movies, but that's kind of it so far. I don't really follow Marvel too much anymore, unfortunately. I still like Marvel stuff conceptually. I don't care about the movies too much anymore. Okay, what does this see now? Triggers? Triggers bolt themselves. Can you like triggers, Gunther? Are you triggered, Gunther? Bullets themselves can trigger bullet spawns. Events like collision time, position, or signal. It's also being linked to trigger contained in manager spawning. Very cool. Just see what it does. Something about I can't even keep up with the amount of projects they're throwing at us. Yeah, definitely like they've oversaturated all their IPs at the cost of quality, and it's really shown. Yeah. It's happened with Marvel, it's happened with Star Wars. There'll be other stuff that I'm not thinking of right now. This is very cool. Is this a target? And this is the point? And this is collision, maybe? What is this? What is advanced controls? Why? What do those mean? Like so many of the post-endgame projects could have been S tier if they had just focused on writing. Yeah, for sure. I mean, even like the Star Wars movies are a prime example of that. Like, I enjoyed the Star Wars movies. I know a lot of people hate them. I still liked them for what they are. But I mean, honestly, they're a hot mess, dude. Like, I think they just needed to take some time, spread it out farther, like not rush them out, and just, you know, made something concrete instead of throwing a bunch of ideas at the wall in one movie and then handing it off to someone else, throwing a bunch of other ideas, handing it off to someone else, throwing a bunch of other ideas. Like, just need to be fleshed out. If they just fleshed them out, I think they would have been fantastic. But it is what it is, unfortunately. You're very concerned about how the new Avengers are going to be that game. Me too, although I don't know if I actually care anymore. So it's like, I still hope that they can make some good ones, but we'll see. If I hear good reviews, I'll still go see some of those movies. Like, I'll probably still go see the Spider-Man ones, regardless. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So how are these working exactly? Is there a trigger? These are the containers. But these just need to be referenced by something else, right? Like, is it the pattern? Oh, that's right. You were talking about that with Prime, huh, Corndad? Like him, but don't consider the new Star Wars movies canon. I feel like that's fair. I honestly don't care how people feel about them. Like, if they hate them, okay. I think the people who say they're like worse than the prequels need to rewatch 1 and 2 objectively, but I mean, it's whatever. Like, if you don't like him, that's fine. If you like him, it's fine. I don't get why people are so uptight about all of it. I think some people have some unreasonable opinions about why they're good or bad, but it doesn't matter that much. Is it the bullet patterns? I think the new Captain America looks decent. Is the new Captain America, like, Falcon is now Cap? Is that how the story has progressed? I haven't paid close enough attention. Also didn't know some people didn't really like the prequels. Really? Dude, yeah, no, for many years. I mean, the prequels are memed because of some of the writing and ways that they were. I think 1 is incredibly boring, personally. Like, I think there's some. The things I love about the prequels is the world building. Like, I think the world building is great. I love all the games and stuff set in prequels, but I don't think 1 and 2 are that great. 3 is great to quote. I love quoting 3 though, and some lines from 2. But yeah, I think after the sequels came out, the prequels lost a lot of. They basically have like a less volatile opinion now because people focus on the more recent movies. But yeah, people did not like the prequels, especially when they came out. I mean, some people are always gonna like it, some people are not. It's just compared to like the originals, the quality of writing is not the same. I know some people, I personally don't have any issues with the CGI. I know some people did not like the CGI for the prequels though, also. I thought the prequels was the best trilogy. Hey, if you like them, that's fine. Like, it is fine with me. I like parts of the prequels, and they're definitely the most fun to quote. I mean, every line I quote from Star Wars, like 90 to 95% is from the prequels. I think it's also very age dependent. Like, people who grew up with the prequels are more partial to them than like all the people who grew up with the original movies. The older generations, like, Which, I mean, that made sense. As with anything, I'm sure there's going to be a whole generation that thinks the sequels are also the best trilogy, but who knows? Yeah, I personally, like, I love all the, like, Battlefront games and stuff from that are set in Clone Wars and whatnot. I prefer those often to, like, you know, even like in Battlefront, you can play both in like the era of the Empire and the Republic, or Empire and the Rebellion versus like the Republic. And I think the Republic is just more fun typically. It's like Force Unleashed and stuff, which also, ironically, Force Unleashed games, people do not like them very much. Like, they're not considered to be the best ones. Again, mostly because of story, but I think they're so fun. Like, they're just like power trip fantasy button mashing fun force stuff. Like, I love playing through those games, and like, I agree, objectively they're probably not the best, but just from a fun standpoint, like, I think they're super fun. Really? Yep. Yeah. I thought most people love the Force Unleashed. Not really. I mean, at least not like the critical consensus online. I think there's probably a lot of people that are like myself that are like, dude, I love that game. Is it objectively good? Probably not, but who cares? But like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you like a game or a movie. Who cares if other people don't like it, right? Like, if you can enjoy it, that's great. Yeah, I'm not understanding this. I also probably need to go. It has been 2 hours. I kind of want to figure this out real quick. It'll be fine. Not processing. What do you do? How do you do?
Just
What
stop
is
audio!
the
Just stop
trick?
audio! You just stop audio, so I'll turn it off!
No, it's not. Container on. What? Container on? Over 2 hour alarm. See, we need wee-woo. We need a wee-woo. An actual wee-woo. I don't... Choice? What? Oh, on... Day... Trois... Quatre... What? Oh, is this French? That's right, the dad's French. He's probably counting in French, right? I don't know how to speak French.
Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo.
Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. I don't know if I accidentally removed this one, but that's how it's working. Okay, so it triggers. I don't know. Okay, so it references a trigger, but how does it know what to spawn? Oh, these also continue to Where does it rep? Okay, hold on. Node path of the homing. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for trigger. Contains ID of the trigger container. The default bolts cannot be triggered while they're waiting to be shot. Letting bolts spawn other bolts or nodes. Condition plus event. The condition is met, the event is triggered. Spawn pattern 2 and a bolt is always. What trigger responds to what patterns using triggers? Okay, alright. This might be too much for. Oh. As far as the Battlefront games of which one's better, I have a spot in my heart for the old ones because I played them a ton as a kid, and I think they were fantastic for their time. I did try playing one, I don't know, a couple years ago or something again, and I was like, wow, it is so jank. like controlling it is, it's kind of a big oof. Now I haven't played like the remastered versions, but I mean, just like, I don't know, you'd shoot and like the bullets, it's like, did that even hit the guy? The guy goes flying. The old ones are pretty jank, but I really loved them. So I don't know that they really hold up to time, unfortunately. But for their time, they were masterpieces. The new ones, I mean, obviously the new ones have had a bunch of issues. I never really played too much of the first one. Doesn't really have a... I like campaigns in games. The first one didn't really have a campaign, so I didn't play too much of it. The second one, I know the campaign did not get good reviews there either, but I actually liked it quite a bit. And I liked the mechanics of it, and it all felt smooth. It looked great. I enjoyed the campaign. So yeah, I don't have much of an opinion on the multiplayer aspect of the new ones because I haven't really played multiplayer on the new ones much at all. Like, I've maybe done it once or twice. But I think as far as like the single player gameplay went for Battlefront 2, I liked it. I liked it a lot. So if I was going to play one right now, I would play one of the new ones just because it's not jank, and the old ones were kind of making me sick. Just looking at them, because like, you look at those on a new monitor with like high graphics and you're like having all this janky stuff jitter around and, you know, low res. It's just like my brain's not attuned to that anymore. Like back when I was playing on, I don't know, 480p or whatever, it was fine. It didn't matter. I didn't care. It was fun. But yeah, I mean the originals obviously have a big legacy, so maybe I'd say they're better just because of that. But I wouldn't really choose to play them now. Is the multiplayer toxic? I mean, I guess any multiplayer can be toxic, but really? In Battlefront? Yeah. That's good that if they are holding up though. I haven't really been keeping tabs on them lately. Yeah, it does set that Battlefront 3s were canceled. Like, it's like a Valve thing. Like, these weren't even made by Valve. What's going on? We can't count to 3? Technically, the original ones did have 2 sequels on the PSP, but I mean, those don't really count because they weren't main games. Oh, the second EA multiplayer is garbage compared to the original? That's too bad. Mostly a game mode called Heroes vs. Villains Toxicity. Huh. Is that like the heroes, like you play as Anakin and Boba Fett and all that? That was kind of a fun, it was super troll, but that was a fun mode in the old LucasArts one. Did the EA ones have Galactic Conquest at all? Because that's what I really enjoyed playing just by myself back on the LucasArts ones too. So you add a container to the scene, give it an ID, reference this ID in the bullet props, add a resource, a time, position, signal, whatever that is, pattern resource. If wanted, write the non-default logic behind the triggering, see below. Can trigger a pattern, right? But what if you want to trigger 2 triggers to be required in order to trigger a pattern, or one or another, or change triggers and patterns in the bullet's lifetime to advanced controls? 2 lines form an instruction. The first line is 3 elements, 2 members separated by an equal sign. The left member is the trigger index in the trigger array right below. Right member is the same for the patterns. 0 equals 1 will trigger the pattern 1 when the trigger 0 is activated. Oh.
I'm still trying to remove from hitting my head under my desk.
God, yeah, don't don't hit your head. Okay, it's got and or logic. Okay. Trigger the pattern 0 and 1 when the triggers 0 and 1 are activated. Okay. Line tells what to do once the trigger happened. Stats is X to Y, where X is the number of the line of the next instruction, even number, and X is the number of times this action can happen. Or to create finite loops. That's going to be omitted for infinite use. The instruction was triggered X times the bullet's instruction pointer becomes a 1 and no more triggers possible. Okay, so 0, 0 to 2, 1, 1 is a loop that will end after 5 times. 5 is useless, same if it is. Okay. I only somewhat understand. What was the equals? What was their Battlefront 3 for the original LucasArts ones? 97% done? That really sucks. It tits me off when they cancel games that are almost done. Like, everyone's like, dude, what was it? There's another Star Wars game that everyone was looking forward to. It was like a bounty hunter game and got canceled. What was that? It's like 40.99 or something. What was that game called? Was that it? 1313? That's it. That's it. You got it. I know. It's and so I actually had a teacher who's like a script writer. He actually worked a little bit on Cuphead, I think. But he was talking about, he was involved as like a writer for 1313, I think. Or he was involved somehow. Or at least he knew someone that was. I think he was himself involved. Anyway, regardless. He was telling us in class one time about that. Of like, part of the problem was they were going to like do this game, right? With like original character. It's going to be like a bounty hunter or whatever. And then like, executives got brought in and they're like, oh, this is super cool, and they're like showing it to whoever at LucasArts, and I don't remember if it was George himself or someone else, or if he had heard. Somehow, basically, executives saw it and were like, oh, this is cool. And I think this is the part I can't remember, if it got back to George and George said this, or if it was someone else. But they got the green light and they're like, hey, this looks cool. You should use Boba Fett instead. And so then, like, they already had all this planned out and working. And then they had to, like, change it to, like, try to fit Boba Fett. But then, of course, because it's an established character, then they have to change a bunch of other stuff to, like, fit him in and make sure it's, like, working or whatever. And so I'm sure there was a bunch of other stuff, but that was just an example of one of the things that just utterly destroyed the development process and led to it eventually being canceled. Is like, you know, you start with this cool thing, original thing, and then you have executives saying that you want to, change it to something else, and like just create more problems and change things when they're already in the midst of being, developed or finalized or whatever. So it sucks. thought it was Boba Fett wearing his Jango's armor. The main. Oh, you know, it could have been Jango. It was one of. It was. I don't remember if it was Jango or Boba, but you know, it was an official character. It was one of the two. I forget what even was it. Maybe it was Jango if it was that part of the timeline. But yeah, I mean, it's so sad because everyone was looking so forward to that game. It's really a tragedy. I'm just crazy. I'm not that old, I swear. What do you mean, Sonny? Be your own bounty hunter in Star Wars within hype. I know, dude. Like, I love bounty hunters in Star Wars. Like, I just think the whole aesthetic and everything is so cool. And it could have been, and it didn't happen. And I'm so sad. I'm still upset. Like, it's so sad. This is another Star Wars game that probably does not hold up. I need to go try to play it again. But Star Wars Bounty Hunter, where you do play as Jango, was super fun. When I played that back in the day, I love that. Like, just getting to roleplay as Jango, and like you actually get to hunt down bounty targets, and like you have bounties on literally it's like dead or alive. Like some of them, it doesn't, like you can get a better reward for bringing them in alive. Some of them are like you have to bring them in dead, or you have to bring them in the line. There's not an option, and you had to like scan the crowd or, you know, like guards or whoever to see if it's the person that you have a bounty on. It was so cool, and I don't know why they haven't made another game like that. Like, I think a modern game that was just Star Wars Bounty Hunter or adjacent to that would be so cool and so popular. Like, who doesn't like that? Yeah, the whole criminal underworld in Star Wars is epic. They even made the game that I don't think has gone very well. What was that game recently? Outlaws, right? Which is like, I don't know, it was criminal underworld, but it wasn't the same as like Bounty Hunter at all. They just need to remake Bounty Hunter, like a sequel or something. Like, that would be so cool. I feel like just it's untapped money, right? I mean, like, it doesn't even have to be that crazy. Like, just do it. I think they did make did they make a remastered version of Bounty Hunter? I know they re-released it, at least like ports of it. I have a port of it, but I think it actually needs to be like remade as like a separate game, because I don't think the control mechanics and stuff are great for modern games, but just the core gameplay is what was so cool about it. Not many people are liking it, but there's just a lot of cool things I think they can use in like a remaster round. Yeah. I mean, I think the concept of Outlaws was very interesting. I still want to play it at some point. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll be better by the time I actually play it too. What? Apparently the builds for Battlefront 3 were leaked and released? Really? I didn't know that. Man, that's crazy. How do you find these? And would I get in trouble for showing it on stream? would I get DMCA'd? I wonder. Because you played as a wimpy cat lady that you don't relate.
Desktop audio! Desktop audio! You
No!
desktop audio's on, turn it off!
It's not on, I swear. Specifically a Wii version, maybe PSP. Oh. Over 2 hour line. Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah, alright. I'll figure this out another time. I should go. I'm enjoying talking about Star Wars games too much. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Wednesday we might just do like a chill stream and do like just the game and just chat and hang out or something, since that's what we're doing now anyway. I'm not sure. I'm also thinking of Cube. I don't know if you guys have ever heard Cube. It's like QUBE with like acronym. It's like dots. It's like a puzzle game. I played a little bit of Cube 2, I think. Could be interesting. So maybe something like that. I don't think it's super well known, but it looks like kind of a cool puzzle game. So maybe we'll do that, because I don't know. I don't have any plans for Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll figure that out. We gotta just have more like just chatting streams. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll probably just hang out on Wednesday and do guess the game or something. But until then, I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I do need to go. I'm just going to end stream. I'm not even going to figure that out. Alright. Bye, guys. See you later. Take care.